everybody. How are you today? Today is the 12th code section. Our last day of first module. And I am going to talk about why, how, and what of our studying English. So, I tell you about my English process and that what did I do and why I did that. When I was young, my mother brought me to school to learn English. She wanted me to be good in many subjects. So, I learned English very early. Since I was 7 years old. I learned English happily in many years until I was a student. I tried to apply scholarship and went abroad, but I couldn't. I was so sad. I thought English is necessary language in life and in work. My job at that time didn't require me to use English, but I continued to practice in 3 years. Then sometimes I listened BBC News passively, read newspaper on internet. Although I didn't use, but I just did it because I like. I don't want to forget my effort many years ago. At first, I learned English because my mother wanted. Then, I learned because of fun, necessary for job. And now, I feel English good. I think I use English as my equipment to connect people outside Vietnam. Like other Vietnamese, I learned English at English Center and at school. The Vietnamese Ministry of Education and Training has identified the necessity of English and permitted to teach in schools. English is considered the second language in Vietnam. I had studied kids program at English Center from I was 7 to 10 years old. When I got grade 6, I studied at school and had extra class home tutor. The majority of programs for kids were vocabulary and played with words. The majority of school programs were structured. School program was better than center program because it was written in system. When I was student, I joined a TOEFL IBT course of university. This was a small scholarship of school to help students get a certification, and students could apply scholarship of some universities that my university had student exchange programs. My class at that time had about 20 students, At the end, nobody could be able to register TOEFL exam. Now, I'm studying English with Miss Han and Mr. Locke about pronunciation and English communication. I was excited with their methods. Until now, I'm doing a half of Blucher and a half of Lillard course. I think the biggest impact is perseverance. Then is time on my learning. In the past, I just focused on how to write a good essay. Now, I focused on pronunciation and words. I checked pronunciation of words whenever I speak. I talked slowly, although I still don't speak well as I want. But I see my change. My target isn't IELTS or TOEFL, but to use language proficiently. At first, I must complete 2 courses of Missy Han and Mr. Locke. Practice in 2 years, then register to apply IELTS or TOEFL to know where am I. At the end, English or French or any language that is language. If you have love and suitable method for you, you will use it like your mother language. My clip stop here. Thank you for listening to me and see you next time. Goodbye.